Just tell us when, Blue.
That should be it.
Hello, and welcome to my Dread Plains. Today we are, restarting an old campaign, I should say, after Storm King's Thunder had finished. We are playing Dread Souls. It's been quite a few years since we had our little tutorial, so we'll introduce all the characters again, as well as a new member. We have a little introduction that Blue and I prepared. She might put that in Twitch or something.
The chat's on that side of the screen. You can see it over there. Da, 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 in the chat. Da, da.
Blue, ladies and gentlemen, she will be serving us dinner for this evening. I jest. Probably. Now, we won't go too much into the setting, but suffice to say our individuals have just gotten out of a nasty little house to some clearing mist, and to their shock last time they realised it was actually setting night time now. It's actually getting darker, but the mist seems to be receding a bit. I will go around one by one and let them introduce themselves. Let's start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Spook.
Oh, fuck.
And that's the tone of the campaign.
I got scared then because I was like, he's going to pick me.
You
Not
did
the
it.
first
You
time,
introduced
though.
your divine
That's
knowledge
true.
to its primal elements.
I am playing as Yototayu, a hobgoblin samurai who has lost his memory and was saved by Mordecai, Krauser's character, and have dedicated my life to serving him. I am incredibly paranoid and scared and will run at the first opportunity rather than fight.
Anything you wanted to mention that you remember from when we did it last time?
No!
No, in fact, I would rather have it erased entirely.
I would like to request more amnesia.
That is certainly an understandable sentiment. Very
Possessed
well.
by a girl.
I'd almost forgotten about that.
I felt it.
Next,
And
let's...
now have a
well,
new floor.
that's certainly a mention. Okay, next we'll go... Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Curls.
I thought he was going to pick me again.
It's like being an assembly all over. Hello. I am Marin, proud daughter of the Trite to the sea. I have unfortunately been lumped with all these idiots, and I am now stuck with them, seemingly until the end of time. Yes, and I think that's all I will mention.
Nothing else you wanted to describe of your character, or perhaps
I mean-
anything you have from last session?
Oh. The entire party was rather cowardly, and we had to run from some weird plant thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was definitely willing to fight, but everyone else ran.
It's not
You
how
will
I
die,
remember.
Kay.
Oh, such a brave boy. I think that means he goes next.
Hi. I am Mordecai. I am a tiefling. And I have wings.
And that is all that is significant about him.
That's all you need to know right now.
Anything
I'm a
else you'd like
tiefling.
to tell us, or
I have-
perhaps a memory from last session?
What happened? I used up all my ball bearings last session.
I don't even remember how you did that, and I've been taking notes.
I'm sure I stole a skull or played with a skull at some point.
Indeed you
and
did.
I think I stole some shit as well.
He's just setting for the campaign. I've written session 1 in my book and I've realised I've written it on the second page. So fucked we are. Oh shit!
Just use the first page to, like, I don't know, track health, like
No,
tripsters.
I'm going to put useful information on the first
No,
page.
on the first page.
Like
draw
your
a
next
picture of like a
character
paragraph.
idea.
As
Just
they
write down the
try to
party
delay
Oh, my
the
pen's running
inevitable,
out.
let's move on to the last DM of our last campaign, Das.
Hello, everyone. It's very weird to be on this side of the spectrum, but exciting. Can't wait to do it. I am playing your resident dad, Hadron. I am a large furball who spends most of his time trying to take care of a little one. A little kobold named Sarah, whom he found as an egg. Tending to her, he has done his best to raise her right. After a brief respite, they found themselves encroached in mist, and Hadron now has found other people to have to keep an eye on, some more careful and some more capable than others. But I will be your resident druid and healer for this campaign. In the last time we played, Hadron was possessed by a small boy, which made him incredibly aggressive. However, with the boy's possession removed, so too was this affliction. When we escaped from the terrifying little house, it was Hadron's sincerest request to the stranger to please allow them to return home, that they had no quarrel and did not want to stay. He was mocked for this.
Very good, very good. I will remind, as Spook did mention earlier, now that the children are no longer visiting your flesh, that you no longer have the flaws.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I'm going to take that one.
You can remove one of them.
I have little respect for anyone who is not a proven warrior, but at least now I don't cry at the smallest things.
You're telling me that wasn't inherent in your personality?
And now for our littlest member, Blue.
Arian.
And I do mean that in real life and in campaign.
I'm shorter than her.
I think you hit a nerve there.
She's 5'8", I'm 5'7". We've
A
No,
little
I'm
nerve, but a
significantly
nerve
shorter than
nonetheless.
both of them.
Your healer can give and take away, bitch.
But not height.
Alright, well, Blue, would you like to go ahead?
Yes, I'm playing Sarah. She is little kobold and she is a baby. She is a grand total of 4 years old and 2'4" high. So she is very small and the world is very big and very scary. But I've got Hadron to look after me, so it's okay. And big words confuse me.
Is there any memory you would like to share from the last session?
I'm really hurt. Like, really, really hurt. I'm in a lot of
Yes.
pain right now.
And in Hadron's arms.
I'm in a lot of pain right now.
HP, if
Pity.
I'm not mistaken. And now there is another member. Unfortunately, the player will not be joining us. However, that member would be Tin Whistle, the Kenku Bard. She is, as they stand out of the front of this dread house, noticing something shining on the ground as the mist cleared. Seems to be some kind of coin. Perhaps because of what she is, she instinctively goes to pick it up. And you all watch, mystified, shall we say, as she seems to turn into mist and disappear.
What the fuck?
The coin gone with her. However, a moment or two passes, and clinking onto the cobblestone road, another coin appears. And this was our dear Tin Whistle, which you can probably see there. Can everyone see that?
Mm-hmm.
Note the past tense.
Yes,
Oh,
No.
Nobody touch that coin.
she has vanished.
little tin.
This would be Mordecai. Everyone see that?
Mm-hmm. Wait till you get to me. I have such a detailed bio.
Same.
This is Sarah. Small Bab, as the bio says.
I gotta get.
This is Yatatoa Ju.
Juju.
You.
Yotota!
The stream, that's what Sarah looks like. Sarah's didn't pop up for me because it's my character.
And this is a hobgoblin. I assume everyone saw that.
Mm-hmm.
This is Marin, a Triton.
This campaign's bitch character.
Beware the daughter of the sea.
And this is Plays Too Much WoW Hadron.
Roasted right out the gate. And in voice.
Rest in peace.
We match!
Yep.
Big cat.
Smell that.
7'5", 275 pounds of father.
What would you like to do? The town is starting to clear up around you bit by bit, but not quite too much. Your friend did just vanish, presumably with a coin, so I imagine there is some alarm to that matter.
No.
Whistle!
Nobody touch that coin.
Whistle!
There is
I am-
power in poverty.
I'm holding Sarah so she does not touch the coin.
Sarah, would you like to touch the coin?
No, he's holding me. I'm 2 foot. If he's holding me, I'm at least 5 foot off the ground.
The coin just on the
You're a
floor.
whole Marin off the ground.
The coin's
It's
just
true,
on
but
the floor,
you
right?
are quite small and he is quite large and doesn't want to hurt you, so I would,
This is true.
if you wanted to resist, you could make an acrobatics opposed to athletics.
No. Hadrian knows.
No?
Hadrian knows what's right. Whistle!
Mordecai, what place of evil have we entered?
Oh, I've no idea.
We have houses that try to eat people and coins that rob our very souls.
We need to try to find somewhere somewhat safe, but I doubt there are many things like that here.
Yeah, what's around us?
Yeah, there
I
would
was
be any people.
yeah. Follow-up question.
Did you want to look at the coin at all?
Yes.
From a
Uh,
good distance.
Do not touch that coin.
But touch
It
I-
appears to be a silver coin with a dragon embroidered, well, not embroidered, engraved on it.
Is this a normal coin? Like, is that the usual symbol
That
for
is not a
silver
coin you have ever seen. That is not a standard silver coin.
Question.
Yeah.
Does... Because I remember the last time we were kind of standing around, the mist began encroaching from a certain direction. Does it seem like the mist is trying to push us in a certain way?
No, it's slowly starting to reveal a town by the look of it. That the house is a little bit out of the way of.
Disconcerting.
That place is obviously full of evil entities, but at this point it is our only safe route.
Towns is dangerous.
Every town is dangerous. Every place here is dangerous. We must stay together as much as we can and be cautious. We must make our way
Mordecai?
towards it.
The coin starts
Well, I
to-
doubt standing around here is the answer.
I didn't know you smoked.
The coin starts to sort of bounce on the spot, just chattering on the floor. Of the
There is no way
cobblestone.
she is still alive in that.
Tin?
And it seems to be consumed. And something interesting appears from the mist.
Hello. Are you prey or predator?
Suddenly Sarah's the one holding Hadrian instead of the other way around.
I stand in front of Mordecai.
I am looming over the back of. I'm looking over the back of Yetota towards this thing.
Knock an arrow and just point towards him.
I definitely know what lizard folk are, surely. Do I,
Yes, I'd
DM?
say you are familiar with lizard folk.
Not
And you are indeed sure that this is a lizard folk. A big one, but a lizard folk nevertheless.
In my free hand, I have a produce flame.
Is this a relative of yours, small lizard?
No, they are not similar creatures.
No. Learn differences.
You all be prey. Predator. Yeah, you definitely are predators. Especially that one with the fire. He's good. Hi,
Business.
this is a weird place, really, you know? Mist and all that.
I'm an inside check this son of a bitch. I want to see his intent.
Go for it.
It's like is he like, I'm just trying to calm us down, and then gonna bite your stuck and throw it out.
A map has appeared.
It has indeed.
Holy crap, a map.
I will fix that so I do not roll with advantage.
Das.
Well,
Das.
we always choose the first one
It's
anyway.
12.
Yes.
I don't believe he was being deceptive in any way, were you, Thrak?
No, it wasn't.
Rock.
Pretty much
Thrak.
said. I will allow him to introduce himself.
My name is Thrak. I am a barbarian lizard folk. And actually, a barbarian, unlike most, where they are just mindless creatures, I'm actually somewhat capable of thinking.
Just not in a way that allows him to put sentences together like a normal being.
Oh yeah, definitely. But, I am a blue hue. Have just a loincloth on, because I have natural armor, as, you know, barbarian. Well, as just lizard folk, really. But, I am the last of my tribe, and basically was just out hunting when I was I was actually asleep in a camp after I had just finished hunting, and then I was here. And I thought, oh, look, people. Maybe there's some prey, something for me to eat. But, nope. You're all predators.
Very well. Thrak.
Yeah.
What is the crack with the shack that did us an attack?
I don't know what house you're speaking of. I just picked up a coin and I was here.
A coin. Small silver coin with a dragon engraved on it.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
I believe I know what happened to your small bird friend, Big Fey Giant.
We can only hope that they are back somewhere safe then, if that's the case.
I imagine that many places are safer than where we currently are.
I have seen dragon lairs that are probably safer than we currently are.
Oh, good. Finally, all of you.
I'm going to perform using 2 of my 3 hit my d6s from my Balm of the Summer's Court and try to heal Sarah for 2d6.
Go ahead.
I too am not feeling very good, Mordecai.
Oh!
Ah, I am healed.
And you also have 2 temporary health.
Ooh.
Where are we on this map?
I believe we should try and seek shelter in that town. I too am not feeling great.
I have
Some
put
food, some
Hadron
rest.
on the map, if you can see him. He is the big.
My God, he
probably
is
the
big.
biggest character, probably the easiest to see as a representative of the party.
I don't even know where oh, there I am.
I'm the small one.
My God, he looks like Tidehunter on a bad day.
No, that's literally a. I know exactly what that model is from. That's from. I know exactly what that's from.
I recognise the art style. I don't recognise the model, but I recognise the art style.
Is this Street Sharks?
No, it's a Warhammer,
It's a Warhammer.
Total War Warhammer 2 Crocolus. Or,
I was trying to make a joke. It's
Croco,
when I
or
say
not
something that was
Croco,
intended to be
what's it
funny.
called?
it's not a Crocosaur.
Is it Saurus?
No. It's the brutish form of the source. So that's pedantic
Okay.
anyway. We're not going to focus
no.
on that. It is a lizard
Street
folk.
Sharks.
Going to be.
This is where Street Sharks, good show, watch it.
Yes.
Oh yes, very much.
Go back 20 years and watch
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it's going to be a fun October. It's going to be a rather spooky campaign.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's very thematic to start the campaign this month. It's almost as if
As-
someone thought about it.
Let's
As,
find somewhere to sleep. Eat.
as we
It
enter
is getting
the
dark,
village-
but the mist does seem to have cleared. It's
As
clearing
we-
and clearing, and it's not as threatening anymore. There is a constant fog, so you can't see too far, but it's no longer that solid mist wall.
DM.
Yes.
As we enter the town, I would like to cast Disguise Self upon myself to turn myself into a an elderly, maybe 60-year-old human with this short beard that goes down just underneath just about where the neck ends, kind of thing. She'll be holding maybe about, I want to say about 5'9", perhaps. Very thin and scraggly haired, holding Sarah in an arm.
Sounds good.
Yes, when she sits on your shoulder, it appears that she is levitating.
That's a neat trick.
Tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surround everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestone. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence, except for mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance.
Oh yeah, this place is great.
Charming little place.
Indeed.
Mordecai, can you get an aerial view of what is ahead?
I would advise not doing that, perhaps. I would say stay close to us all, due to the dangers that seem to be around every corner.
Seems to be just a village.
Yes, and it seemed to be just a forest we were in a moment ago, and just a house we visited through.
That house
Sorry.
is still there, by the way. It is behind you, but it is there.
I'm gonna
It's
go
just
to
off
the
map behind where
I'm
you
gonna
are.
go to like the first house that we come across, and I'm just gonna peek in the window without trying to be seen.
Roll a d20 for me.
That was
This
far
is
more
a skill
terrifying
that
than
I cannot
any.
be proficient in any way, shape, or form. This is just
What
luck.
does that mean?
Like a good namer, your Torah's there.
I see. Okay, you've looked into the nearest house. Go ahead and roll a perception.
Ooh.
Very good. You can hear low, muffled whispers coming from inside. There seems to be several individuals in there, judging by what you can hear.
Sound like they're talking in response to our arrival, or does it sound like they were mid-conversation anyway?
It sounds like they're just having a regular, but they are very hushed tones. Like they never. Like they don't feel comfortable necessarily speaking particularly loudly. Perhaps it's the time of night.
Okay, I shall relay this to Mordecai. Mordecai,
There does seem to be a candle light flickering inside, by the way.
Mordecai, there are people in this building.
It's a house. Of course, there's people in that building. Let's find somewhere where we can get some rest, hopefully.
It doesn't look like any
Note.
sort of like commercial building, does it? Does it look more just like a?
No, it just looks like an average house.
Okay.
Of note, the house you left behind you, and a row of a couple of houses with it, all seem very decrepit and abandoned now that its illusion is gone. But all these houses seem fairly intact, and you notice there is smoke coming out of the chimneys of several of the establishments.
Just one variant as well. With my disguised self as a furbog, I can make myself seem 3 feet shorter than normal.
Useful.
Just want to walk down the street and look for any buildings, got any signs, any like inns, shops, anything like that.
All right.
I still have my produce flame out, and I have Sarah in my arm. Does she appear as if she's in my human arm? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You work out a way to do that. It takes you a bit to.
It's like she's whole. It's like she's.
finagling, but yes.
It's
I'm
like
gonna check over my shoulder to see if Thrax's following us.
So you were looking
I am.
for a sign.
Fucking watching you, man.
You
Mad.
walk down the main street, and you do see a sign up ahead. When you get to the building here, it's the sparse light from this building spills out behind drawn heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking its hinges, reads Baldrath Mercantile. Cannot pronounce my words today.
Does it appear to be open?
Yes, it does appear to be open for the time being.
Perhaps it would be good to speak to this person to see if they could direct us to a nearby inn. If they are a shop.
Very well.
I'll
I should
push
step forward. Oh.
I'll open the door and let Yutoto walk through.
How kind of you. If he says make a dexterity saving throw, I'm going to haunt you.
Put my foot out to trip you. No. I'll follow you in the room anyway.
You can tell how all our models are terrified because we're all looking back where we came.
I'm not. Best foot forward.
Out at all of you.
I'll go up your ass. Hello? Is anybody home? Housekeeping.
Can't see anyone just yet. But as you do come in, you do hear some clattering in the back room. Eventually, out into this little merchant shop comes a fairly average-looking man, dark hair, fairly unremarkable features. He looks on you and freezes in horror as a small group of monsters have entered his establishment.
I'm waiting outside forever.
Greetings and salutations, human.
What do you want?
My apologies for the intrusion. We have had a harrowing journey. Could you point us in the direction of somewhere we may sleep for it? I'm on 1 HP.
So was I until Dax healed me.
I'm going to use my last dice of a bomb of the summer court and heal him before he steps into the fucking area. So I'm going to roll a d6 to heal.
Thanks, Obama.
Obamacare!
You heal for that and you have 1 temporary health.
5 points of Obamacare healing.
Hey, it was free!
Hey! What's the matter,
At the end
Naren?
of-
What's the
at the
matter,
end of
Naren?
At the end of this campaign, I'm just going to hand out a bill to all of you.
This is just going to be the thing now. Thanks, Obama.
That's all his notebook is. It's just a running tally of what spells he's had to use to heal people.
Cost of reagent.
Anyway, that was too real. Let's go back to the horror game.
Nope, for some reason I just fell out of roll 20. I was
Oh,
not saying,
yeah.
but either way.
You've
The world is too terrible to hold even the DM. We should turn back now.
No, even this
Because-
evil world sensed Nemo and was like, nah, we out. It's too bad for us, fuck that.
Danger journey is. But wait, did the? Oh, you must be from outside.
Yes, we are not native to wherever this place is.
You're in Barovia, sir.
I'm
I
not
see,
familiar
this
with this
makes
place.
a bit more sense. Sorry, I mistook you for some horrors, but yes, of course you would be
Dungeon
here
Master,
for.
may I
yes.
make a history check on the name Barovia?
I certainly can.
Can I? I know he's already said it.
Can I get a spelling? Actually, no. I should never ask for spelling when I'm taking notes for Sarah because she definitely
Like-
cannot spell. We shall guess and see what happens.
You would be able to make a history check, only you said you were outside.
Correct. You're totally right. Carry on.
Have a
But
good
I'm
gonna
listening
stand- I'm gonna-
intently.
I'm going to stand by that decision to make sure the exit is still there.
I will say. The exit is still there. That's something very likely to happen in the campaign. Well done.
Otherwise, your tricks.
But yes, you have not heard of Barovia per se. You've spent most of your life in forest and stuff, so this it's just sounds like a place. The man says, "Yes, I'm a merchant of this town, and I can sell you whatever needs you may have."
I look
If
through
you,
to the rest of the party of what we've got, unsure about what this new lizard thing is doing with us.
Oh, well, I'm still outside sniffing
Oh, okay.
around.
I would have stepped in with the produced flame off. Just poof.
Off.
Well, yeah.
Not uncast.
You flick the switch.
It's like a
does seem
finger
that-
switch.
He's a
Does
light
seem
bulb.
part of the reason he's not too concerned is you all look like you've been fairly injured by your travels in this land. And he also saw that there's a human with you, so he's not too concerned that you're just a pack of roving monsters. And you do seem to be speaking common, so.
Well, you see, kind sir,
Oh,
we're in a bit of a...
Oh, God.
We're in a
These
bit
are
of a
good.
spot of danger and trouble. If you would be able to perhaps give us a bit of information, we would greatly appreciate it. Where would we perhaps find a tavern of some sort in this area?
Well, there's the Blood of Vine Tavern across the way, but if you wanted to know more about this place, I could sell you a map, for example. I sell many things here.
How much may that map run us?
Well, getting a good cartographer and all that in these parts can be tricky, so I'd say 100 gold pieces.
That is quite a lot of money.
There's not a lot of call for maps here, as you can imagine.
I imagine most people don't stray far from the town itself.
No, that would be
We
quite
may-
impossible.
We may come back to you on that. I don't presume we have the funds to
I'll be right back.
be able to afford that. This is where I realize I forgot to roll my gold.
Even between all of us, I doubt we'd have enough.
I think we,
Yes,
we, did,
but
we,
even that, I still
Yeah.
forgot how to roll my gold.
we didn't roll gold with starting
Yeah.
equipment.
Oh, I only have 10 gold then.
Same.
Yeah,
think we all
between
have
us, we're not
tingles.
going to have enough.
100 gold, you say?
Yes. I also take trade, of course.
Of course. I've got a few bits. I don't know how much they're worth. I've got some gold rings, a necklace, a jewelry box.
Do you present the jewelry box
Yes.
for his inspection?
I'll be able to it's just an empty jewelry box. I'll hold that out. How much? for the
Just
jewelry box.
okay, that will be your stuff. The jewelry box. He says, I can probably give you maybe 50 gold for this.
Does that sound like a good deal, or do I think it's worth more?
Who can appraise?
Can I insight check to see if he's like going? Oh yeah, I can.
That's what I want to do, really. Like,
Yeah, you can make an insight check if you like.
Myself or Krauser?
I'll throw it then. There's one right there.
Efficient in insight.
Nice.
Yeah, this guy is very mercantile. He's always looking to make not just a little profit. He's looking to make a big profit off anything, and yeah, he is undercutting the box.
How about I'll give you the box, and you just give me the map?
No. You'll give me the box and I can give you 50 gold, or you can give me more 50 gold and this and I'll give you the map. I am the only business in town, friend.
Are we so sure to Mordecai that we require a map?
You're the only business in town. We seem to be the only people willing to shop in your town. So I strongly suggest you trade us the map for the box.
If you want it badly enough, you'll pay for it.
Perhaps we could come to a bit of a medium.
Just
50
bare my
gold.
teeth at him.
50 gold. I put like a hand to Mordecai. 50 gold, you said, for the box. But what if we also then presented 30 gold between us, and then 80 for the map as a bit of a compensatory? Would that be somewhat acceptable to you? Can I make a persuasion check?
You can.
With advantage because I'm growling at him.
Advantage for growling.
I'm not sure that's persuasion.
I growled, please.
Growl nicely.
Sorry, just rolling a dice or two here.
That's fair.
I think it's going great, guys.
He seems fairly interested in what the Furbolg's saying, but he does notice you baring his teeth, and he does call the back room. He says, "Periwinkle, come out here for a moment."
Can you say that name one more time? Because I love seeing this character.
Periwinkle.
Two people talk at the same time.
Periwinkle.
Periwimple.
Winkle. As in a winkle. Oh, he's Wimple. Okay.
Yes.
Look at the screen.
I thought you were literally trying to beat a joke with like a dead horse for a second.
I was tapped out.
So, would you like to tell these guys how close he is to my actual size Nemo, or bigger?
He's not quite quite prodigious in size as you, but he is quite a built man. He's clearly got quite some muscle rippling up beneath his tunic. He does seem to have quite a vacant gaze on him, though.
Now, I'm certain that this is not a necessary course of action. He's a fine young fellow, but I don't think he is needed for this. My dear Mordecai, perhaps a bit more of a mannered approach would be suitable.
I tell you what. With the box and 40 gold, I'll give you the map.
I may only have 10 myself. What of you, Lord? Will I just check with the others outside if we may be able to? For
If
a
you
map
have
would
other
be
things
quite
to
useful.
trade, of course.
I don't have much myself, I'm afraid.
Put out one
There
gold
were
ring.
other things in that jewelry box if you...
Yeah, I know, but they're all safely in my bag.
Of fucking course they are, Krauser.
I put out one gold ring. The box and the ring. For the map.
See, maybe if you had a couple of more of these rings.
I'm gonna insight check that comment.
Go ahead.
That seemed like a suspicious comment. Damn it.
No, it seems reasonable. He seems to, he's just saying that the value of the golden ring, because I mean it's literally a gold ring, so it's hard to with gold being such an obvious commodity, it's very hard to value it differently than he's just valuing its gold.
Unfortunately, I don't have any more gold rings going spare. Maybe some more gold on top of that from Hadrian.
I have
Yes, I'd say another 20 gold. That should be fine.
10 here.
Sarah holds out her tiny pouch, which has 10.
Oh, Sarah, you may need that later. I'll pay for this.
I need
Fine.
now.
You can have mine if you feel this map will be so important.
We're in a new land.
I have a pen which I will chip it.
Okay,
All right.
I'm gonna remove my...
It appears you have made a deal with this man, and he takes your currency quite happily, and the box and one of the rings.
Before I hand over my gold, I say, may we... You said you had to get the map made, did you?
I've had it made in the past, but cartographers are hard to come by here. We don't have many people around these parts
You
that
don't
already know
perhaps
the
have
lay of the land.
You don't perhaps have a copy of the map for us to see, if I may? After all this discussion, it'd be worth knowing that the actual object itself is worth the praying price.
He considers you for a moment, clearly thinking about it, but he's like, yes, alright, you can see it, and he does give you a bit of a glance at it.
Hadrian looks with
Yeah,
his
that's cool.
eyes, not with his hands.
Yeah. And scrolls on the tape. It's a very fine map.
Wow.
I don't know, I think you got a bit of black...
totally black map.
I was about to say, I think you got a bit of ink on it.
Yeah, let me just...
I think you got a bit of ink on that, lad.
Standard
Yeah.
roll 20. It's teething issues. Either that or it's the smallest map ever and I can't find it.
Let me just fix that. for
Under
you.
the settings at the top, there should be... Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus shitting Christ almighty.
Yes, welcome
This
to
is a
Barovia,
big
ladies and
place.
gentlemen.
Goodness.
I thought he meant like the town.
No, this is the Barovia map. This is why I'm doing these talks.
Why do you think he
okay.
charged 100 for a map of the town?
Yeah.
Because he said cartographers were hard to come by. He can charge whatever he friggin' wants.
And then he's rolled the map back up, because he's
I
only
happily
just
lay
done
down- I have to lay down my 10 then.
Very good,
Sure.
and the
Empty
other
out
10
my
from him,
purse.
the box and the ring. He says, pleasure doing business with you. I also have many other things if you ever interested, and I also do trade.
If we come across things worth value and we have a need of purchase, we will let you know.
At the moment, I only require a room to rest myself. But do you know of anything of that dangerous forsaken house that we just came from?
Yes, some people do come out of that old abandoned place claiming strange things, but it is just an abandoned house, as far as we're aware, although people come out injured, so there must be something going on.
You may add us to the list of people who have come out of that house injured and cautious.
Yes, I believe you. You do seem quite, harmed.
That house has an appetite for occupants. Who used to live there?
Before my time, I'm afraid.
No stories or legends. There was much memorabilia there that pointed to a noble family.
No, not really. There's nothing inside the house as far as we can tell.
How do you know if there's anything in the house if you've never been there?
Ah.
People have been in there, sir. Just every now and again, somebody seems to stumble out one night and claiming that it's haunted and such. I mean, around these parts, not surprising, but yes, people come out with stuff that looks brand new, but there's nothing in there.
I'm confused by your words. You said that many places are haunted around here, if I'm understanding you correctly.
Barovia is...
To
it has a
explain,
share of problems.
we are not from this place, but I don't believe any of us have even heard tale of Barovia, as you have referred to this place. Is it a place where the dead walk frequently, as you seem to put it?
We do have some trouble with that, yes.
Being originally from the material plane, could I ask him how far away it is from a particular city that myself and Mordecai, did work in a lot?
Go for it. Just, we'll say random name, place here, and you ask him
A
that.
name.
Well, a place
Yeah.
in Faerun.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with the Faerun map.
Waterdeep.
Neverwinter.
Sure. Sure. How far is this place from Water?
He starts remembering and says, I think you might want to talk to a Vistani about that.
To who, sorry?
A Vistani.
They are a nomadic people. They do a lot of traveling. And when it comes to this place, they are some of the few travelers we have. As for your quest about a tavern, there is the tavern across the road.
Well, thank you very much for your time and effort. We shall leave you be to your work, and we will go and find somewhere to rest.
One more thing, if I may.
I also have some more. But go on, Juju.
Certainly, I'm always happy to help paying customers.
Cheer ya.
Does the symbol of a golden windmill mean anything to
Golden windmill. No, the only windmill I can think of these parts is the old bone grinder.
May you repeat the name of that place? As I say this, I have my hands over Sarah's ears.
The old bone grinder. I could mark it on your map for you if you like.
That would be most appreciated. Please do so. Who does he hand the map to?
You were the big guy talking for the most part, so you.
Nice.
Eee.
So if I die,
Not that
you
you're
lose the
that big,
map.
but you're human, and he's a little more comfortable with you when you were doing the talking. So
It's the nose, isn't it?
Yes.
I have updated my item history equipment to a map of fucking Barovia!
I have updated my gold to fuck all. You will reimburse me should we make this through this.
We'll do our best to reimburse everyone and get out of this unfortunate situation alive.
Rambus.
Reimburse.
Frem.
We'll write it down, we'll work through it later. It means to pay someone back after they have spent money to help you.
I'm more familiar with the term vengeance.
No.
Thrak pokes his head in. Vengeance.
Vengeance?
Brock, please stay outside.
Vengeance?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Sarah, it would
sorry,
be
this is
as
quite
if
like
say-
that. I'm just trying to remember where the bone grinder is again.
Yeah, no, you're okay.
That's fine.
Sarah, it would be as if I wanted one of these berries, and you had two and you gave me one, but then I gave you one back later when I got some. That is what it means to reimburse.
Rambus. Okay.
Oh, great.
I've updated the party loot. Should probably
nice.
delete the jewelry box now. And with that, I will
Paranoia, anxiety,
tip my head.
goods,
And,
and one badger.
I don't know why that was on the top, but it was. And I shall head out to the tavern because I am still not well.
You say...
Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a shiny red gem in my in an eye patch that I have, which in my human form isn't on.
I'll go back to the shopkeeper. You say you have other items. Do you have any arms, armor, potions, anything like that?
I do indeed, sir. Any, except for the potions, we don't get many of those these parts.
No, that's fine. I'm looking for just a simple shield and maybe a set of studded leather armor if you stock it.
Oh, damn it! I've written this on the GM layer. I'm an idiot.
Really very quickly, I'm going to see if my taste soluble is right.
Don't question.
Is soluble.
Don't question the best meme.
I'll tell you what I'll do for the time being because it's easier. I'll just put the.
Oh dear.
Ah, Juju's been poisoned. How unfortunate.
What?
Panic.
Wait, what?
I'll just take you over to the map, and you'll see there's an O there
Oh.
for Old Bow Grounder.
There.
Stands for oath.
Is this us down here on the right in this little town? Or is that not?
I'll just show you where you are. You will be at layers.
I assume it's the only town on the map.
No, this is where he
Village
just
of
points to like the
Barovia.
middle of the fucking lake, and we're like, what? Do not understand that. Yeah, village of Barovia.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, probably there.
Yeah, it might be there. Yeah,
Yeah, settlements are a bit thin on the ground in these parts.
Yeah, just a bit.
I have the first soluble of this campaign.
Unless it's come.
Hello.
Nice.
Adrian has seen red.
Oh, I wanted to fall on him so bad.
I know. Right?
It's called freezing it properly. Look.
Look, this is the darkest reality.
We need soluble.
You play with fates over which you have no control.
I cast frostbite on my soluble.
He gets Grey to look for a shield in the back room. Let me just open up my player's handbook to get you the price on that.
Yeah, shield and studded leather as well, if they sell it.
What the hell are you going to trade
does-
for those?
He does indeed sell both of those things.
Threats.
So just think,
Ah, is this Krause's way of negotiating?
You will give it to me now.
He's not got good charisma anymore, so he just fucking.
You will give me these things, and in return, I won't give you a black eye. That seems like fair payment to me. Savvy?
Savvy.
he brings out a fairly decent looking metal shield and some studded leather. Says, for the shield, that will be 100 gold pieces, and for the studded leather, that's 450 gold pieces.
Mordecai, you seem to be a few bob short.
You.
If you what?
That's.
A few people named Bob who need to be sacrificed in order for them to be able to afford.
Didn't realise there was a Birmingham in Faerun.
Yes, it is called Barovia.
I 100% know those
There's not
prices
enough
are absolute
canals.
bullshit, right?
Oh yeah, that's like 10 times the price easy.
Yeah, it's like okay. Are you being serious? That's how much you're selling these for?
I'm the only business in town, my friend.
I'm surprised you're still in business, and I'll walk out the door.
Ooh, power move.
Thank you very much for your service
Someone
today.
did.
You have been a lovely gentleman. Have a good day. Good night.
I have to leave immediately right now.
And you did this while bowing constantly. Oh, it's been wonderful seeing with you. Thank you for all your custom. Goodbye. We mean no offense.
He can piss him off all he wants. I have no interest in pissing him off.
Limp to the tavern.
We have such good chemistry already.
I prefer the
You guys
term
have fun in there.
catalyst.
I'm just outside eating one of my rations.
I'm just
What
keeping
did
an
you
eye.
used to be called?
Now, when you say rations,
It's raw meat.
In the flesh of the innocent.
Hey guys, you know how you talk about like stress eating and shit like that?
Jesus.
oh
That's
god.
how it works.
That's legit.
While these guys were doing all this shit, I've just been like leaning against the doorframe watching. Have I noticed? Very quiet out here.
That is quiet. You hear some stuff, but nothing else. I will roll a perception check.
Oh, excellent! I'm not playing Glory. Who was once very
Everybody
good.
makes the same face.
Oh,
Ah,
and
got your
well,
proficient
well,
in-
while we're outside, I'll offer the fish-like person next to me. Would you like haunch of deer?
I give him a look that says absolutely not, and how dare you offer me such a thing.
No? Okay, more for me.
Additional, maybe useful thing I can see in magical and non-magical darkness, if that's relevant.
Ooh.
Mm.
You can see what? Sorry.
In magical and non-magical darkness, if that's, then I just feel like stating it.
Okay. Yeah.
Kells is, I see through your bullshit.
That's the purpose of the character.
Okay. You probably hear this first, but the others will hear it as well. Mostly because everyone's on edge and they notice your ears perk up. You hear the sound of small wooden wheels rolling across the damp cobbles. You trace the lonely sound to a hunched figure bundled in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the fog streets.
Is it a cupboard cart? Can I see what's in from without moving to go and investigate? Like, can I see what kind of cart it
From
is?
this distance, yes, you can see that she seems to be peddling some kind of pastries.
Mm.
Let us go inside.
Definitely ignore that. No, I'm going to head straight into the tavern.
Tavern?
Me too.
Tavern is here, by the way.
The old man begins limping towards the tavern. And once I put my hand to the door, I change back to Hadron.
Oh, you're changing.
Yeah. Because I kind of need to be the same person that comes down in the morning.
Yeah.
A single shaft of light thrust illuminating into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precautiously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
I may have stress eaten, guys.
What a friendly name for a tavern.
I've got Harry
Oh, yes,
Lowe.
please.
My entire bowl of soluble, which usually takes me an hour, is gone.
Hello.
It was the
A
blood
difficult
one.
time, but hi.
Oh, Strahd.
It was a bit.
There seems to be
Hi,
Shuts
Mrs.
the
Von
door.
Sarovich.
there seems to be several individuals inside. There's a man sitting in the corner. 3 women, sort of quite cheerful and a bit more colourful looking than you're used to, sort of chattering away in the corner quite happily, and the barkeep who seems horrified to see you.
Now, when you say colourful, this is to
They,
a group who consists of somebody who is blue
They actually,
and yellow.
everyone around here so far has been wearing the drabbest drab of clothes you've
Ah.
ever seen. But these people actually have reds and yellows, and they look a bit more vibrant.
Mhm.
Like my big blue nose.
Do you hear half the things that you say?
I smile as gently as I can to the innkeeper and gently wave out a large hand. Hello. We were wondering if we could find somewhere to stay tonight.
That's the solid no.
I'm sat on his
He's
shoulder.
cleaning his glasses, and he just very quietly sort of nods. He looks over at the 3 women, chuckling in the corner as if waiting for a response to them, but they seem to be mostly caught up in their own thing. But seeing that they don't seem to mind per se, he nods and says, yes, we can arrange that for the night. He's cleaning a glass. He seems to be the barkeeper. How many rooms were you looking at?
He points between himself and Sarah. He points to Hadrian and Mordecai. He points to our newest friend Thrak alone. Firehole bar, and then he points to Marin alone. We will need 4 rooms. I'm a bit strong for cash, however. Would it be possible for me to provide a service in simple menial tasks for the night to help compensate for that?
The 3 ladies suddenly pick up at this, and one of them says like, I can stay the night, it'll be fine. Tell you what, buy a thing of wine each, 1 silver piece each.
The street is seeming more appealing at this point.
you
I
have a
am
question?
unused to such hospitality.
One of the men in the corner, who seems a bit drunk, says, I'll shout him a couple of wines, don't worry about it, you old hags.
How many people were in the tavern? Like, apart from
1 dude, 3 women, and the barkeep, right?
just 4
Yep.
patrons.
4 people.
I'll put down 4 silver.
He waves you over and says come over, and he says their drinks are on me I'll pay for a drink for each of them, no problem.
I'll put a gold piece on the bar and just be like, drinks for everyone.
I am very
Um,
untrusting of new people.
And you 10 drinks are brought out for you.
Can I make...
And these are like
Does it
10
seem like
pitchers of
the-
wine, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Does it seem like the barkeep is afraid of the other people in the bar?
Good question.
No, he doesn't seem afraid of the other people. He actually seems to. When he was looking at the 3 women, he looked like he was looking for their approval.
Yeah,
they seem to be
deferring to
quite
their
jovial
opinion.
and happy.
Okay.
Yeah, deferring to their opinion, not like
I'll
he's
Not like they
scared
were
of them,
threatening
more like,
him.
he's scared of you, and he was just it's just when monsters came in and says, "Can we stay the night?" And he was like, "I don't know. What do my friends think?"
Glances
Okay.
over at the manager. Help!
I'll try and carry like 4 of the jugs in my hands somehow.
I can hold 3 of the jugs in
And
one hand.
I'll carry them over
I can
to
hold
the 3
a jug
women.
just about.
I'll carry them over to the 3 women and just put them down. 1 for each of the women and 1 for me. And just take a sip. And just sit down.
I would prefer to remain as sober as possible.
I would agree with you.
Well, if you don't want it, I'll take it.
I grab Sarah before she takes the phone. No, 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 no.
Do you join the man in the corner?
Yeah, I'll join the man in the corner.
I'll go and sit with the man in the corner.
I'm just sitting where the three women are, just drinking my wine.
Kay's found his night.
He just does a wine glass,
Done.
just like,
I'm
yes.
done.
Hello,
It's
guys.
more of like a pint glass.
I don't know if you've heard what Tumblr says about tieflings. That's fun.
Ooh, tea.
Ooh, tea!
Ooh, tea.
So,
Ooh, teeny!
who are you, man?
It's a hot chocolate with whipped cream.
Sorry, you were asking him.
Who he was, yeah.
I am Miss Mark. Tell me, what brings you to lands as if I didn't already know? He says, sort of glancing over at the women.
Well, I was asleep. And then I was here. So,
Good to see that all of your characters carry a consistent backstory now.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's literally what Nemo
had a
told me.
good backstory.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
1 minute I wasn't here, the next minute.
Well, no, that's literally how Nemo told me it was. It was literally, I fell asleep one night, and I then was just here. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm just fucking, yeah. I picked up a coin, and now I'm fucking with you guys. I don't fucking know what the fuck's going
Nemo
on.
quite literally poked a crocodile with a big stick and you just started walking about.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, he is Australian.
G'day, mate. Hey, yeah, tell you right, think you die.
Shrimp on a barbie.
Unthreatening will have Nemo this entire campaign is when we make him do the Aussie voice.
Plot twist, he now gives Strahd the Aussie voice.
Yeah, no.
You hear in the dead of night, crikey, mates! Oh shit!
Coming out of the mist is just faintly, g'day.
Hey.
You saw the picture of Ismail?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. And the three women you all sat with, by the way, they seem to be quite enjoying themselves. Quite a jovial lot. They mostly seem to be laughing at nothing. They're not heavily inebriated, but they're obviously quite chipper.
Hadrian is yet to sit down and is basically looking between the two with a bit of uncertainty as to where to go or how to act.
Something in between.
Something in between. That's what I just heard.
Oh, something in between myself and him.
Hmm.
And I shall ask him, to what do we owe such hospitality in a place that is so bleak and threatening?
It is, the place has its troubles, but, I don't know, you look like useful individuals, and I am in need of some useful individuals but that can wait. Enjoy yourself, you have no obligation to help, just happy to help fellow travellers, as it were. Not that I have travelled, but I hope to one day.
May I insight check him?
Go ahead.
We are
What
the
are you
most
looking for
paranoid
exactly?
group of motherfuckers.
I'm just like, is this guy that's like, I need people, yeah, for my blood ritual. Like, does he seem? Is there even like the slightest hint of
Malice.
malice or looking down at us or degradingly at us? You know, like, oh, a bunch.
No,
of
not
a
malice.
bunch
He
of
just
players.
seems to see you as capable individuals. He looks like he genuinely could use help with something.
Does he look desperate?
Expecting our teeth. Ah, yes.
No,
Fine
he
workhorses.
He doesn't seem anything sinister. It just seems like he needs help.
Okay.
What aid would you require should we help?
Well, we'll have to wait till morning, but I'll introduce you to someone, and we might see about doing a bit of wandering around Barovia.
I second that.
These lands can be dangerous, so I could use an escort of sorts.
Yes, I would say the same thing. These lands are dangerous, and we could use an escort of sorts.
Yes, well, you
just
seem
like
like
copying people?
you seem like quite capable lot, comparatively.
We have walked in here with a small child, a man bleeding from the arm, and a giant who seems like he wouldn't hurt a fly, and you feel we are confident warriors.
Ah, so that's
You
what I
said-
was smelling. It was your arm. Ah,
Yototo,
I smell
would you
blood.
like a good berry?
Are you sizing me up to eat me?
no, no, not at all.
Yototo, would you
do
like a
love
good
gummies,
berry?
I would like a bed and safe passage through this town to the world I once knew, and my
Well, we
memory
got, like,
back.
Well, you got
You
like
seem
5
to have
copper,
been in a few
so-
scrapes, but you are quite prodigious creatures.
I was nearly eaten by furniture.
How much wine did you have before you got here?
What a statement!
As much as it may seem surprising, it is in fact accurate to what he says. We have had a harrowing experience in a house outside.
Are you alright, Blue?
Ah,
I seem to
yes,
get you.
that I've heard of tales of that
No,
place.
I understand.
Is that going on the out of context D&D?
It is now.
I want safe passage and a bed through this place. I got $3.
Well, why don't you rest up for the night? We can talk about this stuff in the morning. I am far too giddy at the moment to worry about that sort of thing.
Then we will leave you be, and we may let others get to their joviality, and others then to a long rest for the evening. I am in old man mode.
I'm gonna follow Hadrian up the stairs and just under my breath so that only sort of him and anyone who's near him can hear
I
him.
have Sarah in my arms, so yes, her too.
I just say, I pray that this house is the same when we wake.
Yes, that is a very valid concern. I requested the rooms because I knew you and Mordecai may bunk up. However, depending on how rambunctious this afternoon gets, you may need to end up coming to our room.
I'm not sure what you're implying.
I don't think that room could hold you, him, and those 3 women, is what I imply.
I'm
Your invitation is
confused.
accepted.
Hello, confused. I am Hadrian. And I pat her on the head.
I hate you.
I'm the literal father. Fuck off.
Funny joke!
Fuck
Yeah.
you, jerk.
Fuck off, Joe Yoda.
I give her a good berry and I move along.
I disassociate myself from 5th edition and retreat to bed.
You also get a good berry, Yototo.
Tasty!
Salute.
is-
Canonically, his good berries are just like
Nani?
jelly cubes.
They're tiny jelly cubes.
It's the
They're no. I
it's
tell you
the
what.
uber
my good
concentrated
berries.
cubes
I
that
tell
you
you
make
what.
it with.
I tell you what. My good berries are raspberry because that's the flavor of my jelly.
It's like the raw cubes that you get in the packet.
Oh,
Nani?
Shit.
honey.
Eat it, you'll feel better.
Goblin is now Japanese.
You will heal for 1 if you eat it, and you will
Oh.
also have a. It'll fulfill you for a full meal.
But what about second breakfast?
Well, I have 8 more.
Go to bed.
I have 7
Shit, I'm
more.
out. Oh fuck, I gotta take all my armor off.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's entirely wise.
I think they did actually release rules for sleeping in armor, and
did,
long and short,
unfortunately.
it's not good.
It's not as bad as you think it is.
I require a full. Would like
It's
to
like-
sleep
If you've got heavy armor, maybe not so much.
Yeah, don't do
in
that.
heavy armor. Yes.
Yeah.
Chainmail
This is why-
shirts.
This is why
pauldrons.
Insane is often half naked when he gets in the bed, because at one point he just goes a fucking.
Yeah, interlocking metal rings, layers of quilted fabric. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to sort of wear to bed.
Yeah.
Sounds comfortable.
I'm
most
comfortable when I'm
when I
protected from all
protect all
sorts.
forces of attack.
When
I
I
will
get
sleep with my sword in scabbard, though.
when I go to sleep, I am in my bear form, wrapped around, like literally just around Sarah.
Yee. Blanket.
That only lasts for so long, keep in mind.
I know, but for a small period, she is but the tiny woman Bep.
Is
This is when you wake up and find her on the light,
Boing!
like a fecking moth.
God damn it.
Sun Soul!
Can I get a lamp?
Charges.
Nope.
Whenever I go to my
also,
room,
I'll use my produce flame and just, tapping my thumb against any candles in the room to light them.
You do so. There's lamps and candles about.
when I go to my room, I don't use the bed. I pull out my bedroll, put it on the floor, and go to sleep.
DM, actually.
Yep.
I would like to lift my bed, and I want to see if there's anything underneath it.
Beat me to it.
Copious amounts
you-
of floor.
You check, there does not appear to be any monsters under your bed.
Or any markings on the floor, or anything like that.
Roll a perception check.
That's a good call, actually. I'll just give my room and investigate if I can.
I was literally waiting for you guys
Perception
to
check?
finish so that I could do it.
Investigation, I think.
You know
Yeah,
which one?
investigation is more appropriate. You don't see anything of,
The best
Take
part
your
about
lamp.
me checking my bed is I literally lift the entire bed up over my head and go, no.
Mind if I do the same, just in case?
Yeah, me too.
certainly.
I got you!
I don't want
Paranoid!
to be like,
I'm paranoid as it is.
We're all paranoid.
gonna do
I
this
go to
anyway. For reference,
For
Sorry,
reference.
Kills?
how much like furniture is in here? Is it just like a bed?
There's a bed, there's a bedside table. It's fairly standard and fare. It's nothing too fancy.
Once I have a look around, I'm gonna use bedside table to prop the door, if I can move it.
You block the door with the bedside table. Who's staying in what room? Because you've got 4 rooms between you.
I'm having my own one. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, same.
Sarah's with Hadrian.
I'm apparently on my own because Mordecai is occupied.
I'm still downstairs.
Mordecai, make a constitution saving.
Oh no! I'm not really
Make a
sure.
wisdom saving throw.
I'm just having that one drink and just relaxing, having some.
Yeah, one drink, it was a fecking pitcher. It's just one.
Ah,
Still one drink.
my doctor said I can only have 2 slices of pizza. Cuts the pizza in half. That's one slice.
Roll a just straight charisma.
For me.
Yeah, you.
Just
Now
a,
roll a d4 minus 1 to see how many come back to bed with you.
just a straight charisma check. Yep.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh wow!
Hey, so you got boobs.
Oh, this is not a
Nice
charismatic
pets.
party.
Speak for yourselves.
Yeah, they don't seem interested in talking to you. Actually, they're not. They're not going to converse with you. They're laughing to themselves, but they're not. They're not going to converse with you.
You know, doing that awkward thing where you just keep pitching in every so often and they just sort of laugh and then carry on
Oh
talking.
god, no! I've encountered so many
no.
dudes
Real.
that do that.
Too hard.
I've been that dude!
Stop doing it!
No!
No, I'll
Looks
just
like-
go. I'll just go up to bed. If they don't want anything, so they don't want any of this. So.
You can't handle this.
I'll just go to bed. I'll finish my drink and go to bed.
I
Would you like
I
a good
listen
berry
for when
for
the
your
door
wound?
goes. If he tries to climb into my bed.
Okay, just looking at your houses. Okay, the two that are in their own room. I'll have you roll perception checks.
Excellent. What I love to hear.
The party isn't at the stage of having a communal
God,
room.
I
yet.
hate playing Marin already.
Perception with
She's
advantage,
dead now.
sorry.
Goodbye. Oh, then yes.
Then
you're fine.
that's fine.
No, and you'll roll again.
Yeah.
Just in the off chance.
I miss Glory's minimum of like 17 to 20.
I don't.
You will.
You know what's funny?
Please say it wasn't me. Okay, thank God.
Oh no!
Hey Blue, I'm gonna send this into Dreadsoul, but this is how I picture Sarah waiting at the.
He's taken her.
Oh damn!
And
that didn't
Kels
work.
doesn't have a face cam for us to see her reaction. It's going well, guys.
I have read the horoscope, and it does not end well for Aquarius.
They're not dead yet.
Well, this is how I picture Sarah waiting out just like behind the door.
Your life will end in 30 minutes.
I'm going to be doing my best to not metagame in any way, shape, or form. I promise.
Alright.
I will do
Like,
my best
oh,
not to cry.
let's get the map, guys.
I mean, he literally offered the map, so.
No, but when it's something like, oh, we won't have enough money for it, it's like, let's get the map, guys.
Oh, I mean, I was like, we've 100% got enough money for it.
What? What's the message?
I had a private message that says I have made a poor choice.
No! 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 Don't lock it!
I guess you could say that Marin was a little wet behind the ears.
No! We're gonna like open her door tomorrow. There'll be a puddle.
Oh my god, she melted.
She was too soluble. She's.
It's the reimagining of 100% humidity.
It's like the scene from the first X-Men movie.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Yes.
we need to become friends very quickly so that we can all agree to share rooms.
Share a room. It was like I knew those two would probably get a room together. Marin wouldn't want to share with anyone,
No,
and
she
the other one's a
wouldn't.
fucking crocodile.
It's in character.
Croxagore! That's what you are. You're a Croxagore.
Yeah.
That's the name of them. I was so frustrated because they're one of my favorite units in Total War Warhammer.
That's literally one of the things I said, but okay.
It was.
No, I thought you said a
I said Croxagore, then Saurus.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had referred to something else, like the dinosaur, which is a carnosaur. That was my bad.
Oh
Sorry.
no.
So guys,
It's been a while.
I'm only here for like 5 minutes already, and I don't like being on this end.
It's
not fun.
it's very nerve wracking when you've just got to sit and wait.
Yeah, I don't like it. The difference is, like, with Oakheart, there's so few of us, but we're still sassing each other and role playing and everything, and it's great.
Play while they're gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is almost upsetting sometimes because you get some really good role plays. Really fucking good role plays out of it. Like, Botala and Zhao missed Thane, Hurry, and Horus. I don't remember what. Like, yeah, what was the name? Oh, we gave him a name. Like having that role play where it's just Horus just sat in the corner going, "We're human."
can't really roleplay right now because we're all in separate rooms and sleeping.
So, Carls, what's your next character going to be?
You know, I've only been thinking about making a ranger.
How about
We've already got one.
Bongo Cat?
We can have doubles.
So, do we all get some sleep, or what?
I
would
don't
you
know,
like?
do
You
we?
tell us.
Right.
I'm sorry.
There's a frog trying to say hello.
Hi, Frog!
Hey, Froggo!
That is a hand, not a frog.
It is the hand of a frog.
Maren just got pulled back to us after being put into DM Whispers when she's alone in her room. It's not a good start.
Everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
So Sarah and Hadrian fall asleep.
We try to get some sleep.
I go to bed. Or sleep.
All right.
I ate my taste cycle in like 4 minutes.
All take to sleep. Marin, I'll have you roll just a straight Constitution check.
A death saving throw.
What?
What's that mean?
You
Oh, no, that's a high
Whilst I was
number.
ever gonna roll.
This is a high number.
If there's a number to roll high, it's now.
I wouldn't say that so much.
You can sit.
All right.
Stop.
You all get the effects of a long night's rest.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Spell slots.
Health.
So
Ooh,
did
I
I
get back my,
perceive
bombs.
anything with that 15 there,
No,
Nima?
you didn't, unfortunately. You were a bit
Cool.
short.
Figure to check.
He's not short. He's 5
But,
foot 8.
Shut
Marin,
up.
you wake up early in the morning.
That I do.
Probably the earliest out of everyone. And, yeah. You can carry on your day from there. You will all start to slowly wake up, but Marin's first up and ready.
Interesting.
It's alright, guys. I got Tin Whistle back.
Teenager
Jeez.
puts a headset back on and just be like,
Don't look at me. Yeah.
Don't look at me. Bitch, you thought I was dead.
I just play a nice little strum of my lute to wake the morning up.
Oh my god, he comes to the guitar.
Dang,
"What is
dang,
that
dang.
infernal racket?"
Ah, yes. Still tuned.
dang.
That's a flute, you dickhead!
Exactly.
That's why I went flang.
Right.
You're definitely
Oh, I
playing
did
it
wrong.
You're playing the flute wrong.
I tried to do that in a bottle that's full. Wow.
No, he does that. That's a really bad harmonica cover of Jurassic Park. Oh god. It reaches a point where you become so nervous that you just become crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm
Awake.
already there.
And begin the several hour-long process of putting on my fecking armor.
I will head downstairs after I've woken.
Yeah, so head downstairs, get some food. If
Thank
just,
you for helping with my armor, Mordecai. I'll see you at breakfast.
More than welcome.
I do not think he understands sarcasm.
I'll go to the doors that I know of. I presume. I was about to say TikTok. Thrax has already been opened, and I go to Marin's, and then I go to the two gay lovers.
I'm not there. I'm downstairs.
Yes. You
Also
all
outside.
start to wake up. I'll say what you find Marin with when you come downstairs when you get there.
Yeah, I was heading downstairs to get some food. So.
Big fey giant. Those who are read together do not bed together.
I did not
Put
say
my
anything
chain
like
shirt
that.
on.
Would you like some help?
I'm fine. You might see my nipples.
I don't need insight check to know you are talking shit.
Oh, yes. So, what water creature? I never asked your name.
As you come down to see water creature, she does appear to have a
Hickey?
trident in her hand.
That one.
Oh bother.
It's not a trident you saw her with before. It is an exquisite design. It's engraved with images of waves and shells and sea creatures.
I have someone nuzzling my elbow when I'm trying to write. It's very distracting.
It is quite gorgeous.
Interesting weapon.
That it is.
I shall eventually come downstairs.
Did all the rooms come with a free weapon? I didn't see one in my room.
Yeah, neither did I.
There was a pillow in mine.
I found a spider. I named him Tim.
I
As
ate
far as
him
the trident goes, you
When did you eat Tim?
this morning.
Oh,
You're right, Ken.
I'm not
Time
alright.
you'll hear Blue saying she'll eat a spider.
you currently don't know anything about the weapon beyond its appearance. That includes you, Aaron.
I understand.
You'll have to do an appraisal or something. It's clearly magical.
I am feeling fighting fit this morning.
As am I.
Do we have a heading for today, Mordecai?
if I may, the
Yes.
individual Ismark spoke of tasks that he could do or need aid with. That might be a avenue to examine.
Is it wise to trust him?
Oh, I'm aware you.
Absolutely not.
I am aware we have people requesting aid from us. That does not imply we trust them in any way, shape, or form. The fox does not go to the wolf and ask for help. That is implying you really misinterpret the standard of relationship.
I only kill wolves and foxes. I know not of your fair metaphor.
What's a metaphor?
My metaphor. A metaphor is a story with a lesson hidden behind it.
It's a lie that everyone is a part of.
We are not here, however, to discuss the philosophical nature of words.
Quite.
I question what the collective intelligence of this party is.
12!
Poor.
I have a 10. It's just that, as a lizard man, I
Everybody
don't
with a negative
understand
intelligence
metaphors.
raise their hand.
You fucking idiots! Carlos, is your hand up and no one can see it?
There is no way for you to know.
That may be a yes.
Speaks far too many words to have a negative intelligence score.
I'm 400 years old, I fucking...
I don't know how old I am.
I've learned some words in my time as an old man.
Very well,
I'm not
Fae
that old.
Giant. If you believe that we should lend a helping hand to our host.
Do we have
Do we have what, sir?
any other direction?
We have north, south, east, and west.
And there's
Well, no-
down
Oh,
and up.
And up.
no, the cardinal directions. I meant with purpose.
No.
The only
Well, yeah.
places we are aware of on this map that we have spent all of our fortune to gain is of a bone grinder windmill.
Oh, you guys bought
Would
things?
not like to visit.
I'm going to veto that one.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
we
mean,
would not like to adventure there, I believe. That might not be the best idea.
the only direction I want to go is out of this place. But as we don't know what direction that is, we should keep ourselves busy.
Well, let's have a look at the map.
Map.
That's a
I'm gonna
cue
go
for a map
across.
change.
I reach in and get out my very large map with my very large hands.
It's taking you a while to put this map down on the table, Hadrian. Do you require help?
My joints are
Ah.
old.
It is early
you
and
go.
coffee has not been presented.
It is not yet warm up. I'm still quite cold and my bones.
Is the gentleman in question in the bar?
He hasn't come down
does
yet.
not count for good berries. It won't work.
Meh.
The barkeeper is up.
Well, there are several distinct places on this map, but I'm not sure I would encourage going to any of them.
Yeah.
Oh, is on the map the bone grinder mill? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, Barovia, you're fucking
Hmm.
massive.
So
That link isn't working correctly for some reason, but that is the image of said trident.
So, we ventured here from the east. That was where the house was.
so surely if we-
Correct.
Yeah.
You're not sure which direction you were originally, but the house is at the eastern parts of the village. Like, well,
There's no real indication of whereabouts this would be. There's no. I mean, the snow-topped mountains. So
It's hard to be serious when your girlfriend's hand is spidering up and down your fucking arm.
it's just said arm.
That's a one. Anyway,
Would I be able to
I'm
place
gonna
this
go to-
mentally in like like in terms of like water deep and stuff, or does this map mean Zippo?
this map means zip to you. Like,
None of
you-
these formations of forests make any sense to me. I have no
Yeah.
idea where we are.
Yeah, this is nothing you've seen before. It's like these certainly natural looking, and the map that doesn't look abnormal. It's just that you've never seen this place.
Mordecai, I feel we are very far away from home.
Me too.
We are to do. Juju.
You.
I'm gonna go to the barkeep and see about getting breakfast.
Sure, and as you do that, Ismark is also coming down the stairs.
Ah, just the man we were looking for.
Ah,
guess.
yes. So, were you considering maybe helping me with my little task?
What does
We
the
were-
task entail?
Good morning.
An escort or sorts. You'll meet a friend of mine.
May we ask who this friend is?
Let's head outside when you're ready and we can talk details.
Is this a matter you do not wish to speak of in this place?
He just sort of blinks at you. And
I'll go
Heads
with a
outside.
yes.
I mean, it's not okay. I'll follow him outside.
I'll stick with Mordecai.
Strange person.
I will follow.
That does not narrow it down, small lizard.
You are very shiny.
I'll grab the plate of food and then walk outside.
Looking like a typical American.
Yes.
A typical American on fucking holiday, yeah.
Get food wherever he goes.
Well, yeah, I gotta try
What are you
the.
doing now?
He's got a
Gotta try
camera
the
around his
local.
neck.
Gotta try the local cuisine.
Pulls out a fucking hand crossbow and fires it in the air.
No.
it was the 4th of
Billy, I
July.
have a
by
javelin
the
for
way,
that.
it is in fact morning, but it's bloody dark. It's still foggy, it's still dark, you're not sure if this ever place sees any proper sunlight.
Uh,
It's basically got two moods, dark and ruddy dark.
Ah, England.
We know it well.
there's no place like home.
All we need is a bit of rain.
Do not tempt the rain.
I bless the rains down in Barovia.
If the rains here were blessed, we probably wouldn't be dealing with this problem.
That's true.
So, Isgard, Ismark, where,
Yes.
who and where?
It's at the Burgomaster's mansion. My sister, adopted sister actually, but yes, she could use some assistance.
What was the
Where
name of that
exactly
manor
would
again?
would she be exclusive?
No.
Burgomasters. That's the
Got it.
person in charge of the town. At least he was before his unfortunate demise.
Lovely. So who's in charge now?
Excellent question. But it seems Irina is intent on having him get a proper burial.
Who's in charge of the burial, sorry?
Well, she wants to take him to the church. You see, she's... I suppose that technically I'm in charge now, but I haven't really taken the position up yet. But yeah, she's... Like I said, my adopted sister, the Burgomaster, would be my father.
Okay.
Not that I'm particularly attached to him, but he didn't deserve to die like that.
Like what?
Drad in his work. Disgusting.
Eh?
The ruler of this land, he's a tyrant. He kept sending attacks to my father. Wolves and the like. They're not just animals here, he controls them somehow.
What was the name of your sister, if I may ask?
Irina.
So you would request us guard her and yourself in ensuring the burial of your father.
Yes.
And what would be our compensation for this endeavor?
I could pay you.
We are quite short on funds, and that is a very crucial thing.
You would have to convince Irina, of course, first. She is a bit particular about who she works with. But
That is
I know she needs
understandable.
help, and you look quite capable, despite your appearances.
Myself and Mordecai are quite used to mercenary work. We have escorted caravans across the lands of Waterdeep.
Then I do not know where the place you speak of is, but that could be helpful.
Insight check.
Don't know Waterdeep.
You have not heard of Waterdeep?
Yes, do an insight. Go ahead with the insight. He's being completely honest.
I'm shocked.
Not much travels in and out of Barovia.
Those words fill me with dread. My soul is dread.
Roll credits!
Roll credits! And Juju implodes
you-
immediately.
My bowl.
If you want to
has been
talk
full of
about
bread.
things outside of Barovia, you're best to ask of Vistani.
They are they were referred to as travelers, were they not?
Yes, they come in and out of Barovia as they please. The three ladies who own this inn were indeed Vistani.
Oh, they were the ladies that were having a joyous evening last night.
Indeed.
Mordecai, could you shed some light on what they were talking about? You seem to be getting along with them before I went for slumber.
No, they
Totally
were
not getting along with them.
terrible people. I don't like them.
That means they ignored him.
You seemed quite inebriated when you came upstairs.
Nib.
I did.
Nib.
He looked drunk.
None of this is relevant.
You scraped your horn on that small piece of metal that separates the carpet between our room and the corridor.
His horns or his horn?
I dare not ask.
Oh, good. I'm with a bunch. Hey.
A bunch
I
of what's
am
already
old.
cut out.
He cuts out perfectly.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Yes.
Literally.
I'm going
That
to
is actually
go
correct.
to the shop.
Ooh.
Sure, it's just across the way and it is open for business.
Oh, you're gonna get
So
ripped off.
then,
Buckley finds the blacksmith. Finds the merchant. Where's the merchant?
Well, no, it's more so I have stuff that I need to.
Where's the alchemist?
I need to sell. Otherwise, it's really just gonna go bad, probably.
Where is my father?
All right, you take the shop. What are you trying to hawk?
I got a head of a deer that I need to get rid of.
Alistair? Which campaign is this right now?
Well, you see, I was previously out hunting, and got a bunch of deer meat. That's what my rations were, and I also had a head, of the deer that I killed. So, kind of need to get rid of that because that's just gonna go bad otherwise.
Yeah, he offers you 2 silver for it.
Are you okay, Spook? Error 404 not responding.
Yeah. All right. I'll take 2 silver for.
He gives you the 2 silver.
Walks into the shop. I found this! That's lovely. You want it? I will pay you to go away. You gonna pay me 2 silver for the head? No, the money's just to go away. I'll leave you the head.
No, he quite happily paid for the head. It's still meat.
Someone will pay for those eyeballs.
It's gonna
And
be
the
90
antlers.
the next time we come back in. Like, it's decent decoration.
That was a good hunt on that one.
As you're strolling around town, you do see apparently that pastry woman is finished with her rounds. Apparently, she's been at it all night, and she's taking the cart outside of town.
Anyone want a pastry before we leave?
I would not
Oh.
like a pastry.
Ooh.
Little one, do you want a pastry?
I don't think she wants a pastry.
Aw.
I'll if Hayden let her go, I'll lead.
I will absolutely not let her go. Creepy old woman. I'm not bringing the child to the creepy old woman. I protect my baby.
But
Oh,
pastry.
come on, it's fine.
What's the
Yeah.
worst that could happen?
She's
Yeah.
You already
Well, I just want to
independent.
go get some sweeties off a stranger. What's wrong with that?
You're an independent little lizard.
No one ever told me specifically that this was a bad idea.
She has her good berries. She doesn't need anything extra.
I will get you a pastry, and I'll walk over to the old woman or whatever she is at the cart.
So you're gonna walk out of town?
Well, she's
No,
heading
she
out of town.
hasn't
So.
fully left town yet. She's actually coming up to one of the
Oh, okay.
last houses of town. But yeah, she is
I'd run up
appear to be
and
heading that way.
just wave her down. Hello. Got a funny voice as well, apparently.
Is it a Greg's wagon?
Let's see if I've got a...
Steak,
Buy the Greggs, which fucking one?
got any steak bakes?
Ah, yes, I had.
sausage rolls for
that's right,
250.
there is a special thing here specifically for this, actually.
Oh, that's terrifying.
It's a cat.
Yes.
Hello, dearie!
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Where?
That actually scared me.
You want to buy one of my coveted dream pastries?
who,
Sure to make you
actually?
forget whatever problems you're having.
Oh. Yes. Yes, I would. How much for two?
It's a word that should have been used there.
Gold
Word
apiece, dear,
insight.
gold apiece. These
Gold
are quite
piece.
special
Gold a
pastries.
piece. That is an expensive old
They're
pastry.
made with love!
You're about to get high as fuck.
So, let me insight check out. Does he seem weird as fuck? And should I buy
You
these
don't even need
pastries?
to
That's a
roll
free
to,
action
like,
to tell.
to determine that this woman is indeed, as she put it, weird as fuck.
This is the hag from my campaign's sister that no one talks to. It's just like she shows up at
Hazel.
Crazy Hag Hazel.
This is just an old woman selling pastries, guys. So you're paranoid. So what's in these pastries? What
If she
flavour?
says meat, do not buy them.
Meat.
Special made, dear, secret recipe. But many people around these parts want them.
Come on, you can tell me.
It's probably the contents of their loved ones.
Oh god.
Oh.
I feel like this is my conscience and my soul are telling me what's in the pies.
Yes, it's Mordecai standing a good 30 feet back, just being like, no, no, no.
Today's dish is mystery meat surprise.
Things are tough around these parts, dear. It's like a nightmare, but these will give good dreams. Even during the waking hours.
Sure, I'll buy one.
And her goes Golden. She says, "Thank you very much, dear."
Thanks.
And she pedals her cart along her way.
I'll,
Kill Stacy.
I'll head over to the group. Sarah, I bought
In a
you
different
a
dimension, a
pastry.
dwarf is judging. Oh my god.
He didn't buy one for him. He bought one for Sarah.
Of course.
Guinea pig.
Here you go, little
There
one.
is no.
Sarah reaches for the pastry.
She is over my head.
Nah, it's done metagame. You don't know that they're dream pastries.
No, I know this is a creepy old woman, and I do not want her pastry to be given to her.
I have made sufficient checks. I have discussed the contents of the pastries that are perfectly safe for
I'm an inside check for you.
our little friend to eat.
I'm an inside check him.
Insight versus deception, I suppose.
I mean, Asian, huh?
Your insight concludes that although an idiot, he believes that these pastries are cool.
But I am aware he's an idiot.
You are indeed aware he's an
going
idiot.
to-
That
I'm going to insist. Please do not. I tell you what, you can have yours, and we will see how it reacts to you. If all is well, then you can let Sarah have one.
I'm a vegetarian.
Then-
I can't eat this.
I'm a vegetarian.
I can't eat this.
Pity about your hole, then.
Somebody say food?
Food.
Oh, look, a test dummy.
Yeah, do you want this? It's this pastry.
I'm gonna give it a couple sniffs. Sure.
smells good. You scoff it down. It tastes like meat pie.
Tastes alright.
It tastes of meat.
What kind of meat?
Meat.
Like the traditional form.
Actually,
Remember?
Yeah, I am a lizard folk, and I've eaten a couple different things. possibly even human. Would I be able to tell what kind of meat was in this meat pie?
Oh my god, this character isn't a blacksmith, he's a chef.
Where's the chef?
I'll say make a survival check.
Okay. That's a 19.
A survival
Nice.
check to determine the meat you just consumed.
Got a hint.
ID number, national insurance. I know who this was.
It's got a hint of yes.
Now, it tastes exactly like...
Meat.
DM's whispers. Is
Tastes
what it tastes
exactly
It's exactly like.
I'm sorry, but
We want-
Hadrian has lived.
There's a lot
for
happening.
inspiration. He knows better than to trust the creepy old looking woman who only comes out at night.
We're on session 1 and we're already eating unidentified food products.
We're on session 1, and one of our party has already tried to spike the child.
Yeah, no, I'm not okay with you trying to spike a child.
I didn't want to get Kirok to drink. I'm gonna get this girl to eat or drink something.
Not too bad after all. No.
What was it?
Something young.
Oh, lamb.
Oh, I'd
It's
say...
about prime lamb, yeah. Veal. Bit mealy, you know. A lot of bone meal in there, but not too bad.
Bit of
Yeah.
crunch.
Yeah, bit of
If
crunch.
there's bone meal, then I don't think she'll be having some. That
I mean,
can
this is a
maybe-
lizard.
crunch.
Lizards eat
Or
animals.
she might choke on it.
As a couple of minutes are going past, I'll roll a con check.
There it
I'm
is.
stalling for a reason!
There
for
it
a
is.
few minutes to pass to see what happens to him.
Okay, nothing happens of yet.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Yet.
Don't worry, I'm a barbarian. I'm very astute and
you're tough. You are a hardy boy.
Yeah.
She's not.
I have more health than you.
That was the most efficient, roast.
You know what? Yeah, do you want the pastry, bitch?
Here's some Bonjela for that burn.
Why do you have that on hand?
he's
I
fucking
will tell
weird.
you where to put that Bonjela in a second.
Right, where the fuck are we going, guys?
No, we've been talking about pies for 20 minutes.
Something church, something sister.
I'm going to follow Ismark further. I'm
Ismark.
going to continue following Ismark.
Bismarck Empire.
Where is your sister now? At the manor.
She's at the mansion, yes.
And
the
we need
master
to
mansion.
escort her to.
Well, you'll have to talk to her first to make sure she's
Okay.
agreeable, but
Sure.
yes, that is the job.
Where is the mansion?
I'll take you over there now. And he
Anything specific we should know about your
Yeah,
sister before we get there? Your adopted sister, sorry.
she's quite stubborn.
Huh.
So he takes you down there. Do you see where I'm pinging?
Ah, yes.
Yep.
Walk down there. A wearing-looking mansion squats behind a rusty iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been tempered down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred and planked, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
Should we replace this?
Yeah, it looks lovely.
I don't
Like,
Don't like it. It is at this time that those dream pastries start kicking in.
Woo!
You're starting to feel good. This one feels real good.
I don't want to start.
I hand Curls a gold coin.
Thank you.
Drugs.
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 Is this going to be our? Oh, this is going to be our version of Spice. Do you pie? Do you pie? Pie?
Pie, pie,
Mr.
pie.
Partake.
Partake of the meat
This is,
pie.
At the moment,
Partake of the meat pie.
At the moment, you're just sort of feeling giddy. You're it's sort of like the standard sort of high, like you're starting to get drunk and stuff. It's not nothing too unique
the
yet,
buzz.
but it's starting to feel it.
Well, although the pie tasted great, I do not like the feeling.
You're right there, Shrek.
Who is Shrek?
I'm quite well, thank you. What are you doing in Barovia?
Are you absolutely sure about this course of action, Mordecai?
Ishmark comes up to the door and he knocks in a very distinct pattern, and you hear somebody inside clearly checking to see who it is, and then when she sees who it is, the doors start to open.
The last time we went to a mansion that looked similar to this.
It tried to eat us.
Correct.
To be fair, that was a far smaller house.
Then maybe this is the main course.
I hope it is the main course. We are not the main course. But,
We hit a main course.
well, considering there's at least one person alive in there.
We thought the two little kids were alive in
It's
there.
all a lie.
Oh no, they weren't alive.
We didn't know that.
That is the woman in question who is hurrying her brother on in, and whilst the rest of you.
Walk in.
The interior of the
Skull.
mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show sign of great wear. Notable oddities are the boarded up windows, and the presence of holy symbols in every room. The Burgomaster is in the side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odour of decay. Anyone want to say regarding this thing?
Hang on, I'm
We're all
writing
panicking.
shit down.
We're
all
all
panic
writing
note-taking.
things down.
Been
I'm
told I
done.
need to
I'm
start
done
taking
because
this.
my note consists of Burger Man is dead.
Burger Man.
Burger Man is dead.
Yeah, I
For
posted
sure.
a picture. I posted the picture that you can see of him in Discord. Did you not see it?
It did.
I did.
I
Long may
simply
he
turn
reign.
to.
Oh, I've not been
The
looking at
sister and
the
brother seem to be whispered, arguing at each other.
I simply turn to both of them and say, "Apologies for your loss."
It is this time now when you're starting to feel the effects of the drink cake more into their full effect. Everything is fantastic. Colour is everywhere. Rainbows, fucking.
So
It's-
currently he has pyro vision, is what you're saying.
I'm just
Yes,
going to put down under cart
effectively.
selling pastries, gay pies.
I would
But,
assume because I am a lizard, my eyes have dilated into
Yes,
to where
that-
it's like oh fuck, that like gif with the little like gecko where the eyes are just like
Oh, yeah.
Wah!
But the joy sort of takes form that you're sort of really into. So it's like it's a bright sunny day in the swamp. It's nice and warm, and it's just this is the sort of feeling you get. You look around, and everything just looks bright and all that, and you just keep your mind sort of keeps drifting to happy thoughts.
Oh, we're back in my swamp. This is great.
You don't actually
we-
think you're in a
Quiet
swamp, but you
lizard.
do keep thinking about your swamp and just
Ah, I see.
you're just thinking of
Are we definitely going through with this, Mordecai?
Oh, yeah. If you got a better option.
None presents itself. Very well. I turn
She
to the
puts
two.
her hand on the hilt of a sword and says, "How do I know you don't work the Strahd?" And he's like, "Sister."
I do not know of this Strahd that you speak of.
Scary man.
We met him outside.
That was the vile individual who welcomed us to his prison, well, our prison, which is where we are currently stuck. But so long as he is, as he claims, the person responsible for keeping us here, he is far from an ally of mine.
You guys must be talking about
true of
something
all of
else.
you?
'Cause I don't remember a guy. You guys all
He
high?
tried to feed us to his house.
A house.
That's true, actually.
Big man and big horse. Everything big.
I mean, everything's big to you.
She
Good
sighs.
Mary.
Like, I suppose it would be too obvious to send you looking as you do. No offense.
None taken.
I just do a big grin that my fangs like, so you can see them. Like, yeah.
Cover
Big
my
smile.
blush.
I look disappointed
Okay.
at everyone.
So no change for Marin.
Did I do?
Look, Ismark and I have been looking to bury our father. See, this mansion has been on constant attack from Strahd's minions. People make you just suggest that they're just animals and stuff, but he controls them somehow.
There
But
was a-
strangely, since his death, which has yet gone unexplained, as far as I'm aware, nothing did manage to enter the house. The attacks have suddenly stopped. Barovia is not a land where you can just leave the dead to live. I want to have him a proper burial.
The dead frequently return to life.
Remember that the shopkeeper referred of hauntings?
I assumed they were legends and fairy tales.
Far from it here, I'm
It's
afraid.
not unheard of, yes. I'll admit we have quite the problem with the undead, likely more of Strahd's minions.
Strahd is some sort of necromancer.
It's hard to say what Strahd is. A tyrant at the very least.
A danger.
Then where would you have your father buried so that he does not return? Hallowed ground that you are aware of? Tomb? Crypt?
Yes, there is a church in town. It is not far away, but no one has been brave enough to help us with this, and with the attacks going on, I dare not just take the body without an escort.
Well, thankfully we are still in the morning with a lovely bit of daylight, and that should be ideal.
Daylight's questionable.
We have
It's
more
daylight.
daylight than we had a few hours ago.
We have light of a sort.
More than we had
Yes,
a few
it would
hours
be.
ago.
Best to do it in the daytime, I do agree.
So then, expeditiousness is our most important factor here.
Expedited the what?
Have you also been eating strange pastries?
Look, don't question what I put in my good berries.
Expeditiousness.
Expedition and the one that.
Look.
Speed. We
Look,
must do this
what-
post haste.
What Jared can't pronounce, Hadrian can, okay? Leave me the fuck alone.
I'm just going to add that to the list along with Piscus and Lith.
Expeditiously.
Welcome to being a
Seething
player,
rage.
Dash.
Seething rage.
I'm not actually taking the piss out of you. It's a
I'm
long
playing my
word.
character.
It's a long word. and I have a
Healer
negative
kids and
intelligence.
the healer tank.
We both have negative intelligence. We're not good
That's-
with big words.
We're not taking the piss out of you. We've both got negative intelligence scores. It's a long word.
Marin be taking the piss out of you, but Kels is not.
He's judging you all right now.
Hi!
Expeditiousness.
Expeditiousness.
Quickly!
Expeditiousness.
I have
Finally,
no
we reach
trust.
a word that they can say.
I have no trust for you or your sister. However, my companion Mordecai compels us to work for you, so you have my blade.
I do. Sure.
Very well then.
Betrayed
Move
by the one
quickly
he
then.
loves most.
May we perhaps find where you are keeping your father to quickly move him?
Do-
I presume myself and my
Do you
large
not see the
associate-
coffin?
I believe
Over there?
he is the dead one over there, not moving.
This is where, when hearing things out of character and hearing things
Yeah,
in character
yeah.
are different, because
Well,
I did
well,
not hear
yeah.
where it was placed.
He apologizes
right
for
there.
not standing up when you came in, but he is dead.
Out of character, I didn't
We-
see,
we-
I didn't hear
that's fine.
where he was.
See you in the next
It's
one.
okay, we're
right,
roasting
right.
you
We
affectionately.
retcon that.
I just love the
Correct on that.
picture
Yeah,
of
it
them
is.
all standing around the coffin talking. He's just like, "So where is your father?"
Oh, this is him. Oh, okay.
Did you think
Hey,
this was a
guys.
coffee
I will
table?
pick up his coffin and beat 3 of you with him.
Thought he was being rude, sleeping in the middle of a
Everybody been so
conversation.
mad that you beat a guy with another guy?
I just
There's
used
that
to like
guy coming back.
nunchucks.
You say a church, yes?
Right.
So
Okay.
myself and my large associate here should be the ones to. Are you drooling currently?
Just Throck idly in the corner of my just drooling out from being stoned.
I
No,
look
I'm
at-
fine. I'm
I
fine.
look at him very curiously. Ah.
You see, you eat bad stuff. One day you will grow up to look like him.
You do not want to look like him.
Oh.
Only eat good players.
Is there something wrong with me?
No, not with how you
I've
look.
only had one.
As he turns to us with mad, crazy, wide eyes. Is there something wrong with me?
I'm sorry, it's just the notion of just. I'm just picturing him being like, wow, that did nothing. I ate 4. Oh.
This is basically like, oh, I'm gonna try edibles for the first time.
You definitely ate
Oh god.
a special muffin.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
How many E's are there in Morphe?
Remember, guys, when you're trying hash for the first time, take one and then see how you feel. If you eat more than one, then Satan may come and steal your spleen through your kneecaps.
I don't necessarily know if you're quoting that from something or if that's just something you know.
It's a quote.
I know exactly what. I didn't want to make the quote because I knew someone else would.
It's a quote.
Right, are we escorting this dead man to a church?
He normally looks like a crocodile, he currently looks a bit like this.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Arena.
Help me,
We
Hadrian's dying.
You sort of currently have a fascination with your tongue.
We would require some sort of cart to carry the coffin. Mordecai, would your friend from the pie factory be able to assist us?
I think
Borrowing
this is-
the cart.
We have a cart that will transport it.
Very well then. Let's us be respectful and load him
Shall
onto.
we take our leave? What is wrong with the big one?
We do not
Yeah.
know.
He
A funny
ate
pie.
a
Gay
Meat pie.
pastry.
Ah, yes. Things that hard already, I suppose.
Huh?
Very well.
You live in a terrible place.
Sir, you are definitely not eating
You are
one
not
of those
wrong.
now. It will make your tummy very, very ill.
Alright, well, shall we carry on then?
How long will this journey take exactly? Do you
It
have any
is-
idea?
The church is just at the north end of town.
Answer, but I'll take it.
It'll take that long. 600 feet's worth of time. No,
Then let's get moving.
Sorry.
it'll take
It'll take 600 feet's worth of time.
450
Are we
feet's
all
worth.
right?
That was 2018.
This party is a shambles.
With some
Yeah.
help, you'll have to pull bearer the coffin outside where the cart is outside.
That's well. I can basically take up.
He is so
Like,
jet-lagged.
I can basically take one side of him at minimum, because I can carry 300 pounds.
I'm gonna climb off one of his shoulders so that he can actually carry it properly.
This glass can hold 300 gallons of minutes.
Actually, because I can carry
Delicious
300
time.
pounds and I have literally next to no gear on me, would I be able to carry him?
I think
Sure.
the site.
Do I just like pick him up? He's just like
It's-
on one arm.
It's more of a
You-
respect thing.
I feel like
You
respect.
could,
for the
if
sake
you
of
want to
coffee
do that.
makes it very difficult.
You'd have to
Civilized
underarm it, and it wouldn't be as respectful. But you can pick it up
underarm?
yourself.
Oh no, like I meant like over the shoulder, like as one person carry, but no.
Oh,
Juju, help him carry
it's more of
it.
a balance
Oh,
issue
okay.
at that stage.
Okay. As someone who carries shit that usually weighs way too much over the shoulder, it is a balancing act at a point.
Yeah.
But no, Hayden will basically just take the bottom half and level it to whatever height everyone else who is at the front is lifting it at.
Juju, help him.
Yes.
Yeah, between you managed to get this thing out onto the cart.
Juju, lift
without
this.
too much
Okay.
trouble.
Since this is basically like my first time on
Wow.
the floor since Nerun's character appeared, I'm just gonna like stare up at him and just like, oh. Oh.
Someone got a little crush.
Big.
He's 4.
Little one, do your legs work, or do you need someone else to carry you?
Sarah can walk. Sarah
Okay.
can walk really good. So she
Cue
does
the
that
Rugrats theme.
and she does that sort of stomping, stomp, 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 stomp.
I did say a little crush, like little kids tend to get.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I
I've
like
worked-
this person.
I was more concerned he falls and it will become a little crush.
Yeah, well,
Let's go. Let's take this
I
dead boy
pat her on the
to
head with my tail. Just,
it's
I'll eat
quite
you
a sight.
last.
The tail is basically just way too big.
Glad you didn't hear that.
Definitely heard it.
I'm just choosing
Everybody heard it.
I shall eat you last. Anyway.
You start taking the cart up the street, and it's all quiet and dark, but you do eventually get to the northern part of town, up towards the church.
Did
Atop a
anybody
slight
seem to be
rise.
looking out of windows as we were going?
No.
Note.
Atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a grey, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assault of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering lights shine through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load.
I see why you would want to bury him here. Nothing with any sense would come within a 5-mile radius of this building,
Then why are you here?
because I am apparently an...
Apparently, is this news to you?
He is. Sorry to say, but he is.
Hmm.
And that is where we'll leave it today.
Ooh.
Fuck. 1,000 things happened.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
to sum up from my notes, we met a merchant that couldn't be trusted and bought a map for too much money. We found out about the bone grinder mill. We went to a tavern with old ladies that rejected Mordecai. We found out about a guy with a sister who's adopted and a dead parent that Das couldn't see, and Nerwin ate a gay pie.
That sounds pretty much it.
Welcome to D&D, ladies and gentlemen.
We are
And-
in Barovia. Go talk to Vestinini for other
And-
things. Strad is me.
I
and
require you
attacks
to
poor man.
snapshot your notes immediately.
Tin Whistle
No.
touched the coin.
No
Turned into
pie for
this.
me, sad
Then
face.
second coin appeared. Coin turns into a lizard folk. Views
Don't
things,
forget- don't
predators
forget-
of prey. Entering the town, disguise self. First house, low muffled whispers. Merchant house, Barovia name drop. Blood of Vine Tavern.
Do we want to wrap this?
Yeah,
Yes, I
okay.
believe we will end the stream there. Thank you for joining me.
They
in
be
my-
predators.
Well,
I look forward to seeing you again next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.